Because of certain indiscreet remarks by Don Imus and Howard Stern, WNBC Radio apologizes to the following: the National Organization for Women, the New York chapter of Hadassah, Governor Cuomo, the New York Jets, the United States Congress, both houses, Nassau Community College, the Gay Men's Choir, Sons of Italy, Rabbi Arthur Selkowitz, my wife,
66 WNBC. If we weren't so bad, we wouldn't be so good.
Queen Elizabeth, Mayor Koch.
Hi, New York. You know, before I was a comedian, I was a guitar player. And I wanted to be the best, but I wasn't. Just like a lot of radio stations try to be K-Rock, and they're not, because K-Rock is the best. It's the best classic rock and roll you're going to find, and they have it all day. And they have Howard Stern in the morning. And we don't mean to laugh in the face of the other radio stations. But you're just not K-Rock! Turn to K-Rock 92.3 FM! Ow!
Now streaming on Disney+. What do you get when you give the least interesting character in the MCU your own show, and she turns out to be the worst part of her own series? You get the wacky adventures about her infinitely more interesting family. Don't miss Keeping Up with the Cons. See Mom and Dad get ready for Avenger Con. And then enjoy a night away from the kids watching cricket, dancing, and playing with their new unlicensed bootleg smart home device.
Zuzu, turn off the lights.
Oi!
When their ungrateful daughter, whose biggest aspiration is to be more like the whitest woman in the galaxy,
Drop the taco, get in the car.
sneaks out of the house and goes to an underground rave at a Brooklyn squat, hilarity ensues when she puts on her grandma's bracelet and unleashes her hidden power. Ouch! It's more fun than you could shake a cricket bat at. Don't miss Keeping Up with the Cons, only on Disney+. You know, this all could have been avoided if her little friend had just told her parents that he was going with her. But what do I know? Now streaming on Disney+. He's danced the hokey tokey with Tusken Raiders. Relive the chase scene from Back to the Future Part 2. Now watch as the galaxy's most feared and badass bounty hunter relives the kitchen scene from Ratatouille. This show is getting to the point where Disney is just ripping off itself now?
You know who I am?
Seriously, what the hell is going on over at Lucasfilm? Any goodwill you were trying to win back is being completely squandered. Well, at least Ming-Na Wen is nice to look at. Then watch as he gives Bantha scratchies and Treatos. Well, actually, that is the best part of this show. Tamura Morrison stars in the role that will eventually destroy his career in Kitchen Nightmare. What's next? Seriously, I don't even want to know at this point. But at least we get to see a Wookiee rip a guy's arm off.
Unknown caller. Spooky. Hello? Velma Dinkley speaking.
Hello, Velma. You like solving yourself a mystery?
Yeah, but I'm actually much more three-dimensional than that. Who is this?
This here Black Shaggy. You made the one black guy a drug dealer and a stoner. You gonna die, bitch.
Jinkies. Yo, check it out. Everybody's smoking that original Black Shaggy OG strain. They're getting nice and high. You know that, right? Black Shaggy gonna make some killer bank on this.
All our classmates are idiots or sheep, so let's assume they're high.
Fuck you, bitch. Of course they're high. You're high too. That's why you're in the garbage can looking for french fries. Dumb bitch.
Now, have you seen Daphne?
Oh, you finally come around to talk about that three-way. Black Shaggy like where this is going.
It took a while, but we're finally through the worst of it.
Every time you around, the po-po roll up on Black Shaggy. Dumb bitch. Alright, now this here Black Shaggy OnlyFans. Now there ain't no room on the internet for fat, dumb bitches like yourself. Unless you're willing to do some girl. For that, we're gonna have to talk to Daphne or Gigi. Your hot friend Brenda dead. That don't help none. Get someone like Daphne or Gigi, they make you forget that your fat dumbass is on screen. Look at me while I'm talking to you, bitch.
I tried. Then I have to eat a whole pie to feel better, and I will die before I give that up.
Always figures. Your fat dumbass talk about food again. Even my pops call your ass dumb.
Really? Even though he's the one who basically taught you to be a beta?
My moms and pops still married, bitch. Not like your pops who married that dumbass waitress at the diner. Knocked her ass up. Your mom's was a senior when you was a freshman. How do you think Black Shaggy's OnlyFans got its start? I'll give you a hint. It's that little baby brother you're taking care of. Black Shaggy doing a public service helping couples put the spice back into marriage. That's right. Velma, your fat dumbass is supposed to find out if Daphne likes to go to Browntown or not.
I'm trying. This is the first chance I've had to focus. Thank God hot girls would rather be murdered than enter the band room.
I knew you was in the role playing, but now you got me in this stupid ass outfit. About time you admit to yourself you like the vag. Dumb bitch.
Norville, I didn't come out. I told you, I like Daphne, but also find Fred attractive.
You know Fred got a tiny dick.
But Daphne, our personalities just click. I can't explain it.
Black Shaggy can explain it. You want them titties just as much as Black Shaggy do. You can't say I blame you. Black Shaggy like them titties too. Daphne got herself some nice titties. That's right.
This is exactly the problem with this list. Men make everything about them and what they want.
That's right. And Black Shaggy want to perform some butt sex on Daphne.
Our whole lives, girls are told by guys there's a right way to be hot.
Yeah, it's giving up the back door. That'll make your ass a lot hotter, bitch.
But now because of this list, I have to validate everything I hate about men's ideas of beauty norms.
Bitch, just be glad someone interested in you. Your fat dumbass ain't gonna get none anyhow. That's right, Black Shaggy went there. That's right.
All right, let's get out of here.
Your fat dumbass still eating out the damn garbage, girl. Don't you want to go Subway or something?
There's no time.
Someone got to say, you got a problem, girl. Your fat dumbass keep eating out the garbage. That and Daphne going to Butttown, not you.
Wow, Norville.
Oh, God, what are we gonna do? I can't go back to jail.
Velma, how is it that Fred went to Butttown more than you while he was in jail? Answer that for me, you fat dumb bitch.
And you do it for me.
Black Shaggy say, fuck you.
I'm out past curfew. What are you gonna do about that?
Velma, you let the police run your fat dumbass over. You dumb bitch. That's right.
At the bottom. That's what we're here for, guys, to win. That was no goal, you know. They was in the crease.
Worn out from giving your most absolute minimal effort pretending to train to be a Jedi? Then it's time to unwind with delicious tasting Paw Bugs coffee. It's got that perfect blend, whether you're half-assing it lightsaber training or using the Force to grab another cup. Dear God, even their training involves drinking coffee. Who are they gonna fight, Lord Starbuck? Enjoy the great taste of Paw Bugs coffee. Now available at Smith's, Costco, and other fine stores. If this is the best you can do, maybe the Empire should take over. Things will be a lot better. WNBC. And there we go. We're going to start off with the cat cam. There you go. There's the cat cam. What was that? And there's another cat. Hey, buddy. Sabu. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Well, the Cobra Kai is going into its last season. There's not another cat around, so is there? Nope. That's only two. There's only two of them. All right, so there you go. There's the cat cam. Starting off early. Starting right. How is it going, everybody? Let's see what we got. We got Morbid Fear. We got Don Don Ranger Power. Razman. We got Cesaro Japan. We got Andrew Helm. We got Chef Nation. We got another guy. This other guy here. And okay, well, people filter in. I'm doing an early show, so the audience is probably going to take it. The kitties are all sleeping. That's right, midnight, and the kitties are sleeping downstairs by the furnace while the birdies are cheeping. That's right. They play that in the movie. Oh boy, how's everybody doing this fine Sunday? Well, I did go see the Marvels, as I call, or as I call it, Captain People and the Whammons. Captain Whammon and the Peoples. Yes, 19-hour nap. They're going to want to get up and play at the most inopportune times. Now, okay. Now, listen. Here's the thing about Captain Whammon and the Peoples. Or Captain People and the Whammons, or whatever it is. Oh, I'm good. I'm hoping Bill Belichick and Patriots. Yeah, they're probably not going to let them go. Hey, Kurt Frog, how you doing? 41, actually. Yeah. Here's the thing about Captain People and the Whammons, or Captain Whammon and the Peoples, as I call it, or whatever it is. Listen, it is not a bad film per se. Okay, I've seen worse. Caddyshack 2 comes to mind. But at the same time, it really doesn't do anything spectacular. It is not good by any stretch. It is not bad enough for me to hate, and it is not good enough for me to praise. That's its biggest problem. It's just kind of there. It's, I said about, it's kind of like Solo, a Star Wars story. This is Marvel's Solo, a Star Wars story moment. Solo was shot on cameras. It was shown in a theater. People paid to see it. It qualifies as a movie. Same thing with the Marvels, or Captain People and the Whammons, or Captain Whammon and the Peoples. And and you guys are bringing up a very good thing about Disney Plus. It does have, well, the thing is, like I said, I don't hate it, but it's not giving me a reason to like it. That's the biggest problem. I'm not going to like it just because it's a Marvel movie. And it's not contemptible for me to hate. And like, it's trying, but you know what? You guys really don't. It's kind of like the kid who's the little kid who's trying to shoot baskets out back. He can't reach the backboard, can't reach the rim. And this is the culmination of it's made for girls. It's made for 7-year-old girls is really what it is. But you could tell. Here's the thing, though. The first act is sort of your standard superhero movie, okay? It really is an extra couple episodes of Ms. Marvel. The first act is sort of a not less than special superhero movie. The second act is where the movie kind of, you can tell it's almost like two different movies stuck together. The second act is where we have them. They share their feelings, and they're in space, and they practice using their powers, and it's very much like a slumber party. I don't know what girls do at a slumber party. I've never been one. But it's a yeah, it wasn't made. Yeah, it wasn't made for them, but but at the same time, listen. And if a movie's gonna be good, if a movie's good enough, then I'm gonna say it's good. Okay, that's the other thing too about that. The reshoots and re-edits had to have helped this movie be more coherent, more watchable. Yes and no. And actually, that's a very good point. I'll get to that in a minute. So the second act is, the first act is it pretty much lays the groundwork. They show the incident where they all swap their powers. And for some reason, Kamala Khan materializes inside Monica Rambeau's spacesuit. I mean, she wouldn't just. Yeah, that's right. Zabu, buddy. Zabu's complaining about something. So, that's actually really awesome. That's really awesome. I saw 2 bunny rabbits outside actually last night. I'm getting to that point. I'm getting to all of it. So, like I said, the first act is they lay the groundwork. They show them swapping how the body swaps work and everything. They introduce Kamala Khan and reintroduce, and so they all kind of gather at the Khan's house. It's hard to describe. They gather at the Khan's house, and Kamala swaps places with Carol Danvers as she flies off, Captain People, and she starts falling. And Kamala Khan has one affect through this whole movie, and it's oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and she does this regardless if she's scared or happy or excited or fearful or whatever it is. That's her one affect. So N.A.P.S has to rescue her, and so Nick Fury says, "You got to fly, or else she's not going to graduate high school." So I don't know how to fly. And Nick Fury, I swear to God, Nick Fury says to her, "Use your black girl magic." I'm not kidding. That line is in the trailer. That line is in the film. It just comes off as the most cringeworthy line that they could have written. Use your black girl magic. Why did I torture myself watching this movie? Because you know what? Because there's such a thing. I believe there's such a thing as called taking one for the team. And I am not going to review a movie without watching it. And you have this the old saying, put your money where your mouth is. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. It's everything. That's her big thing. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, so they figure out how the body swaps work. Then they all go to Tarnax. Well, okay, I missed the part. The Kree lady who took over for Ronan Accuser, Darben, is played by Zaw Ashton. I think her name is Zaw Ashton. I think that's how I pronounce that. She is supposed to be scary, and she's not. She's wearing a costume that looks like it's straight off the rack. It looks like bad cosplay. And she is going to make the Kree homeworld great again. Because after Captain People got back from space, she went to the Kree homeworld of Hala, and there was a civil war caused by Captain People when she destroyed the Supreme Intelligence. And Captain People, she started a civil war, and the oceans dried up, and then the atmosphere became polluted, and the sun is dying. How a Kree civil war and destroying the Supreme Intelligence would destroy the star, the planet surrounds itself, I have no idea. They never explain that, and there's a lot of things that they don't explain. So she is going to this Darben lady, played by Zaw Ashton. She is trying to negotiate some kind of treaty with the Skrulls. They go to Tarnax, and somehow they wind up at Bree Bree and N.A.P.S and Kamala Khan all wind up at Tarnax at the same time. And I kid you not, she says the negotiations have failed. Skrulls, this is your fault. We're going to suck away your atmosphere by opening a hole in space and sucking the atmosphere through that hole. She's going to suck away all of Tarnax's fresh air. And that was the moment where I said, wait a minute. They're sucking the atmosphere. They got this. They ripped off Spaceballs. They literally ripped off the main plot point from Spaceballs in this movie. I'm not joking around. They're sucking away their atmosphere. Oh, who's that? Who's that? Who? Trey. Trey Parker?
Del Taco. He's eating Del Taco.
Yeah, he's eating Del Taco. Trey Parker likes Del Taco. Of course, they're everywhere out there. They're everywhere.
Yeah, we had like one in Denver.
Okay, fine.
Fucking Chambers.
But okay, he likes Del Taco. But again, like I said, those hexagon space portals. Yeah, they opened those hexagon space portals, and I don't understand why. Listen. No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry. You're fine. Don't worry. Yeah, I don't understand. They open up those hexagon space portals. I don't know what it has to do with anything. But anyway, so they're sucking away the atmosphere. They try to save as many Skrulls as they can, and they don't save all of them. Captain People says to Kamala Khan, "We have to save who we can," and very condescendingly. And that's another thing. Throughout this movie, Captain People looks like a house cat you haven't fed yet, and who's condescendingly looking at you. She really does. She really does. Let me bring this article up, though. I mean, and we're going to get to this article in a minute. Let me bring this article up here, and I'm going to address this here in a few minutes here. So, yeah, those are explaining the hexagon portals. Yeah, but okay, so they save everyone they can. They call Tessa Thompson. She takes the rest of the Skrulls to New Asgard, I guess, and then they all become besties. Kamala Khan becomes Bree's bestie. They all become besties. There's a big thing about how Bree didn't come back to check on Monica Rambeau, and she resented her, and everybody's getting in touch with their feelings. And they try to figure out how their powers work. So they all play double dutch, and they all bounce balls, and it's very slumber party-esque while listening to the Beastie Boys. It's very slumber party-esque. Then they go to another planet called Aladna. Aladna is a planet that is comprised of 98% water, and they figure out that Zoe Ashton is going to try to suck away the ocean. I mean, this is the part. Okay, this is the part I'm confused by. If the planet is dying, listen, I know it's their homeworld, but if the planet is dying, the oceans are dried up, the air's polluted, can't you just colonize another planet? I mean, you know how many planets there are in the known galaxy? Surely one of them must support life. But no, that would be, there'd be no movie. So so she is gonna rip off the ocean, and they go to Aladna, and it's like, oh well, it's kind of complicated, but I'm sort of married here to the prince, and they all communicate through song. And I start laughing hysterically because this is probably one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. There's a huge song and dance number, and the prince looks like he's in BTS. People don't like when I do what don't like what I do what randomly. How did a star die with 30 years of conflict? I have no idea. I have no idea. That's the part. That's the other problem. They don't really explain anything. In space and one on Earth. They never explain. How does a Kree civil war, how does that destroy their star? They don't explain it. They just needed something. And it seems like they just needed something to just like, oh yeah, the Civil War destroyed the, why? How? Explain to me how. Yes, exactly like a Bollywood musical. There's a big Bollywood number. They didn't take, I don't think they took it far enough. Yeah, the star's been dying for 30 years. Colonize other worlds without a warning. And a good thing due to even Earth. Well, but like I said, you find a planet that you can colonize that has no intelligent life on it. Find out there's unpopulated planets out there. There's got to be. Being a refugee is not a great position as history has shown. Yeah, that's true. Plus, you have to hear that Tom Petty song. You don't have to live like a refugee. Don't have to live like a refugee. All right. So there's a big song and dance number. They get ready, and the Kree come and they attack. And Kamala Khan figures out she can fight with the scarf, and they're fighting with them. They don't quite steal the water, but they have to go back to the Kree homeworld of Hala, and they figure out that Bree can recharge the star because she's just awesome. She is the light that lights up the entire universe. I don't freaking get that. I really don't. I don't freaking get it. So Captain Marvel is a villain. And then she's a misunderstood good guy. So they figure out she's going to recharge the star, and as soon as they defeat Dar-Ben, but Dar-Ben wants the other bracelet because she was on the moon. She found the other part of the bracelet. She wants them, and then she gets the bracelet. It's a big fight, and she opens up the portal, and it destroys her. This whole movie really comes down to 4 women fighting over jewelry, is what it is. That's what this whole movie is. 4 women fighting over jewelry. That's what this movie comes down. 4 women fighting over 2 pieces of jewelry. You can see that in Boston at Filene's basement. So Dar-Ben opens up a big crack in the. I'll get to that. Dar-Ben opens up a big crack in the portals, and they get. And so Bree has to recharge the sun, but no, Dar-Ben first. N.A.P.S has to close the portal because it's bleeding into another reality. So she goes and she closes the portal. She closes the portal and she gets stuck in the other reality. Okay, so that's the thing. So that's what happens to her. Meanwhile, on the space station, when Nick Fury and the Khans, the kitty cat has laid a bunch of eggs and a bunch of little kitties come out of them. And so there's an EMP pulse that disables the station. They have to get to the escape pods. So they figure out, let the kitties eat the crew, and then they'll just vomit them back up when they're on Earth. And I swear to God, that's a thing. Let me tell you, seeing all the kitty cats running around, yeah, that's adorable. But it's not enough to build a movie around. Yes, I'm getting into that part. Okay, so they close the portal, and Bree recharges the sun, and they go down to Louisiana, and they pack up Monica Rambeau's house. And I don't know if the Khans are going to be living in the house now. I don't know if that is what's going to be going on. but it looks like they were moving into the house. People were moving into the house. So maybe the Khans are going to be living in it. I don't know. The Khans are, oh yeah, that's going to go well. A Muslim family in Louisiana. Yeah. Way to think that one through. Yeah. Yeah. Way to go there. So yeah. So there's the whole thing, and then Kamala Khan says, "Oh yeah, I got an idea." And she goes and she's hiding out, and she breaks into Kate Bishop's apartment. Well, Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, whatever your name is. Yeah, did you think you were the only kid superhero in the world? And she's essentially doing the Nick Fury spiel from the first Iron Man movie. But you know what? It doesn't work. Okay. And there's supposed to be a team up of the Young Avengers with her, Riri Williams, and whomever. Who the hell ever knows? I hopefully the Young Avengers is never going to get made. Just like there's not going to be a sequel to Shang-Chi or Eternals. And Naran just snoring. And okay, so yeah, so they're hinting at Young Avengers. Let's hope that never happens. And there's a post-credit scene where Teyonah Parris's Monica Rambeau wakes up in a hospital bed, or you think it's a hospital bed, and her mother, Lashana Lynch. And Lashana Lynch is not an attractive woman. I shouldn't have to, but she does absolutely nothing for me. She has a dark. Whenever they try to light her on screen, it looks like a Simpsons character when they turn the lights off. All you see is eyes and teeth. So Lashana Lynch is there, and Lashana Lynch is now the character. Lashana Lynch, Sabo, come here, buddy. Sabo's making noise. So she wakes up, and Lashana Lynch is now the character Binary, and Binary is the irony. And the thing here is that Carol Danvers was actually Binary in the comics. And the Starjammers, and the doctor treating her they pan up, and it is Kelsey Grammer's Beast from the X-Men movies, Brett Ratner's X-Men 3. So, and it's obviously CGI. Kelsey Grammer probably doesn't want to get in the makeup at this point. And honestly, you can't blame him. Just have a stand-in actor with the ping pong balls and everything, and he just does the voice. So okay, and they just CGI the costume over him. Sabu. So okay, and that's pretty much the movie. Now, again, ouch! I got a cramp. I got a cramp on my shoulder. Yeah, CGI Beast from the animation with the canine teeth and everything. Sabu, come on, buddy. All right, so okay, again, this movie again was not bad enough for me to hate, because I can't have contempt for it, because it doesn't have contempt for me. But again, this whole thing about it wasn't made for you. Okay, you know what? With this one, I agree. This wasn't made for me. But you know what? Who was this made for? This obviously was made for teenage girls. And teenage girls don't like the Marvel movies. And if they do, they probably wouldn't like anything in this film. I mean, you can see that this was made for teenage girls, because Zabo, you can see that this was made for teenage girls, because again, the slumber party feel, the song and dance number, Brie literally turns into a princess. She turns into a princess wearing a version of the Captain Marvel uniform or outfit or whatever the frick it is. The song and dance numbers, the kitty cats. Yeah, and also was made for wine moms. Yeah, it's a bad movie, but you know what? I don't hate it. You know what? I really don't hate it. But it's, as I always say, I don't hate it, but it doesn't give me any reason to like it. That's what I always say. You know what? And the name on the one of the names on this was Victoria Alonso. Victoria Alonso was fired 6 months ago, and her name is still cropping up in a lot of stuff. I have no doubt that this was actually the brainchild of Victoria Alonso. They spent 2 months filming the dance number. I wonder how much was cut. We're going to probably find out in the next few weeks that a lot of stuff was cut from this film. Because this movie does really feel like two separate movies just slapped together. It really does. This feels like two different movies that just put them together, which makes me think, you know, and I was listening to Script Doctor before, you know, shout out to Script Doctor. He says that the first movie, it didn't even get to 50% in the audience scores when they test screened it. It got to like 35, the first test showing. And then the second one, I think he said it got to 28. So that makes me ask, how bad was this movie originally? And what was left on the cutting room floor? Sabu, come here, buddy. Sabu, if you come here, I'll pay attention to you. This cat is a knucklehead. Excuse me a second. This cat really is a knucklehead. But this, and I read through this article actually before. And this article, listen, they always say, hold on. As we mentioned earlier, there's a maelstrom of reasons why the Marvels didn't work. Many will be quick to point out to superhero fatigue. And the great comic book movies of the millennium are now seeing their grand demise, just like the Hollywood demises big musicals of the 70s, of the 60s. No, Marvel diehards are a devoted bunch, and when they know there's a good movie on deck, they'll show up several times. Just a year ago, sequel Wakanda Forever, Black Panther scored an A. Sabo was in the Oscar mix with ultimately 5 noms and a win, opened a massive 81.3 million and legged out nearly $500 million stateside, 859 million worldwide. And again, this lady looks like a high school principal. She looks like a substitute teacher, this lady here. Also, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 didn't do too shabby for Disney with 118.4 million in opening and 359 domestic, 845 million, etc. Excellent superhero movies sell, and there was no pulse on the Marvels going back to San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, despite the actor strike, there wasn't a damn banner, billboard, or emblazoned logo plastic bag in the city. I mean, Disney could have at least dropped a featurette or a trailer to fans to wow them out in Hall H and send them into a social media frenzy. Why miss out on the opportunity before 150K for the 150K who still attend? Sabo, who still attended, as though Disney knew this. It's as though Disney knew this was whipped cream sequel was a dud and cut their losses. Well, that's pretty much what they did, because there was nothing. Listen, it's still, even after following a marketing playbook of promoting the pick heavily across sports and female skewing series. iSpot says the Marvel spots had impressions on SOV, NFL, MLB, The Voice, college football, and Dancing with the Stars. It was clear there was nothing in the first fluffy trailer that triggered a want to see for Marvel fans, nor was there any in the final trailer that introduced sequel's villain Dar-Ben and vied to connect the property to the greater Avengers core films. Hey, buddy, come here. Hey, buddy. Zabu's joining me right now. Hey, buddy. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, buddy. How are you? How you doing, buddy? Zabu, I will gladly pay attention to you. Buddy, up here. See, I'll gladly pay attention to you if you come downstairs. That's what he wants. That's what he really wants. I want someone to pay attention to. Here, okay. So he's gonna. There he goes. He's gonna jump. There you go. Okay, let's see. And he's up on the counter. All right. So. All right. Where was I? It was clear the first. Okay. No, the Marvel's meltdown isn't just about superhero fatigue. It's about Disney's overexposure of the Marvel Cinematic Universe brand on Disney Plus, and those moth holes are beginning to show. What does it say? Keep what's. I looked away for a second. Keep what's meant for the cinema in cinemas, and keep what's meant for homes in the home. Meaning, this whole crossover streaming into film master plan isn't working, nor is it really connected in a jaw-dropping way. And with Ms. Marvel not being one of the OTT services, better series a la WandaVision and Loki season 1, there's a whole quad of fans who either didn't catch Ms. Marvel or were too turned off by it that they sure as heck didn't want to see the Marvels. Per post track, 64% of the Marvels audience have Disney Plus. But more to the point, Marvel Studios, the Marvels, with its crossover streaming series, blah, 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 looks like it was built to be seen in homes, not to get audiences off the couch. Well, okay, you're dancing around the point. You kind of have a point, but at the same time, here's the thing. Here's the thing that they're missing here on this. Nobody wanted to see these characters in a movie. Nobody likes these characters. Nobody likes Brie Larson. Nobody likes this version of Carol Danvers. Nobody likes Kamala Khan. They've been trying to sell Kamala Khan to a general audience for about a decade. It hasn't worked. Nobody likes her. Nobody likes this. I know they think comic book fans are idiots and they'll see anything. I know, hey, Michael Keller, I know they think comic book fans are stupid and they'll see anything. Comic book fans are idiots. Yeah, they'll go see this because we tell them to. They won't. They won't. Just like nobody is going to go see Young Avengers. Nobody's going to go see Young Avengers. Nobody's going to go see... Nope. Nobody was going to go see... If Blade... And listen, they tried to make Blade a guest star in his own movie. And they had to scrap. Isn't it telling that isn't it very telling that everything is being scrapped and everything is failing? You tried to make Blade a co-star and a guest star in his own series. They had to scrap that. You tried to make Daredevil. Daredevil apparently was so bad, you had to scrap the 9 episodes you had and start over. The Marvels tanked. Quantumania tanked. Loki I didn't see the end of Loki, but I heard that wasn't very good. You have movies that are tanking. Series that nobody wants to watch. Series that are bad from the get-go. And you're dancing around. That spread the Marvel thick suggested by Bob Chapek, Bob Iger, and then carried out by It's no secret less than stellar. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, there's too much. Again, pardon me. How can you make a less serious feature to a sequel? $1.1 billion grossing Wonder Woman movie, that is. In effect, Marvel's Wonder Woman, Captain Marvel, pardon me. Sorry, Loogie. The latter movie is the highest grossing female superhero movie of all time, more than Wonder Woman, $23.9 million. Yet worldwide. Yes, we say make superhero movies lighter and not darker. But in the case of the Marvels, it's a 180-degree shift from the original movie's heroic roots. The Marvels, instead, is some sort of time-jumping silly comedy that fans weren't asking for. Oh, yeah, now 3/4 of the way down. Now you finally acknowledge it. It's a swing that has greatly cost Marvel Studios the entire Captain Marvel franchise, relegating her now to a supporting character in the rest of the MCU. She always was. But the whole actor strike of it all, right? Yes, part of the problem here is that tied Disney's hands from blasting the movie out there. Thespians being been promoted, struck work, has diluted ticket sales. No, not as much as you think. But as one tracking source pushes back, I can't imagine that the complete absence of Brie Larson on the Marvel's campaign tour has cost the sequel $106 million in its opening from the first film. Surely there's something else going on. That something else is nobody likes her. Nobody wanted this movie. One City Insiders argued to Deadline, the Marvel's drop here is attributed to the pick not being part of the sandwich between Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. Congratulations. You figured that one out. The former pick having the coda that teed off Captain Marvel. That might be true, but I can't imagine that an epilogue alone is responsible for $1.1 billion in grosses. Shut up. Harry Styles' coda didn't help push grosses higher on the MCU's previous November bomb of the Eternals. And I can't imagine the tease at the end of the Marvels is going to provoke more want to see. Other diagnostics, the Marvels, 65% male-leaning, 45% men over 25, 22% women over 25, giving the best grades 82. Men under 25 at 20, women under 25 at 14. Biggest demo was 25, 34 at 33. Diversity demos, 36 Caucasians, 27% Latino, Hispanic 17, Black 14, Black and Asian, 17 Black and Asian 14%. Marvel secured PLF screens, IMAX. Yeah, okay, but you're dancing around. You're sort of dancing around this, okay? Again, nobody wanted to see this movie. Nobody likes Brie Larson. Nobody likes Kamala Khan. They never did. The movie flopped, but they won't learn anything from this, right? Because lessons they don't want to learn from this stuff are just going to double down. Yeah, that's true. Women aren't supporting comic book movies. Weird. That's right. And at the risk of sounding chauvinistic, listen, at the risk of sounding chauvinistic, women have specific tastes. Bill Burr was right. The reason why the WNBA is failing is because, why won't men watch women's basketball? It's not our job to do it. It's not my job. It's not my job to support women's sports. Black people don't even like Blue Rod. Yeah, you're probably right. This is a predominantly male genre. There's nothing wrong with that. You know how you always say it wasn't made for you? Well, this wasn't made for you. And I always say, I'm a little preview of my review. Listen, the whole thing, you can't just slap Marvel, the Marvel label on anything and have it sell. But when people do see the Marvel label, they expect something bigger, something better. This isn't it. I've been pissing all morning. I've been peeing all morning. I drink a lot of coffee, and it makes me gotta pee. Just putting that out there. So yeah, and let me tell you, the bombs aren't the. Yeah, I am old. The bombs aren't going to stop, okay? Because Captain America, Captain Sam, getting extensive reshoots after cutting major scenes. Industry insider Jeff Snyder. Jeff Snyder, the first person to block me on Twitter because I said he was reporting a 6-month-old rumor as news that Michael B. Jordan was going to be Boba Fett. Adios. Jeff Snyder. He's the guy that says, I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist. I'm a Jew with a black girlfriend. I can't be racist. And he was the other guy. He was the guy that also said, Peter Parker's not going to be white in the new movie. 95%. 3 sequences being cut and reshoots being planned from January until May. Snyder said until May or June. That's a lot of reshoots. If that's true, and Jeff Snyder's usually wrong. Captain America Brave New World, previously scheduled for July 26, 2024. However, with Screen Actors Guild Federation, American Television Radio Artists SAG-AFTRA now over, shifted in upcoming movies. Release date, Deadpool is now taking Captain America's July 26 spot, while Brave New World has been bumped back to February 14, 2025. So, the hits just keep on coming. Yeah, the hits just keep on coming. Does anybody else have that problem? You drink a lot of coffee, then you just got to piss it out all morning. I drink a lot of water, too. Well, drink more water, drink more water. Yeah, but I got to keep running to the bathroom. So anyway, you don't drink coffee? Lucky you. I'm addicted. I'm a slave to the bean. Why is Captain America's helmet cut above his eyes? Yeah, probably. Probably. Want to make sure that you know that there's a black guy under there. And I saw that thing. They stopped the show dead in its tracks. Tea's got a lot of caffeine in it too. They stopped the show dead in its tracks, and he lectures everybody. You got to do better, Senator. So, yeah, Falcon and the other guy. Like I said, the hits just keep on coming. So we're closing in on 52 minutes now. Now listen. The Marvels is going to be news for a little while. Okay, it's going to be news for a little while. I don't know what else is in the news, but that's our main story. So I spent a lot of time on. Yeah, you got to do better. Offers no solutions. You got to do better, Senator. How? What do you want me to do? I don't know. You're the senator. Do better. What? What white characters is for them to replace? Oh, believe me, they could race swap Jean Grey. She's got red hair, so they'll probably race swap her. Do better, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. That's right. All right, everyone. It is time to do some animal news. Animal news. I need a theme song for animal news. Yeah, Hercules supposedly is going to star Michael B. Jordan because Hollywood is still looking for the next Will Smith. Just one last thing about the Captain people. I mean, take a look at this. Take a look at this here. Okay, and at the risk of sounding sexist or chauvinistic, her titties are not that big. Well, Hercules, well, it's based on a Greek thing. Tarzan kind of has to be white. Her titties are not that big. She's got some push-up bra action going on here. Let's talk about Cat Cafe. Stream Marvels did for that was cute. That's cute. Listen, it's anytime you do a charity for animals, I'm there. Yeah, that's the other thing. They're nice, but look who they're attached to. All right, so there you go. So let's do some animal news right now. We're going to do some animal news. Pardon me. This is an interesting story. Endangered egg-laying mammals seen for the first time in over 60 years. An expedition through the perilous mountain range in Indonesia captured the first ever photographic evidence of the species, which has a unique and fragile evolutionary history. Okay, let's take a look here. There's the little guy. Okay, oh, wow, look at him. Long lost echidna species for the first time in over 60 years. An expedition through an unpredictable, perilous mountain range in Indonesia province of Papua has led to the rediscovery of a critically endangered egg-laying mammal that hasn't been seen for more than 60 years. For researchers of the expedition Cyclops, Attenborough's long-beaked echidna, a bizarre-looking quill-covered creature with powerful digging feet, is a symbol of the biodiversity that can be rediscovered in Indonesia's Cyclops Mountains. On a 9-week expedition, a 25-person crew battled malaria and earthquakes, and one student researcher even had a leech stuck to their eye for 33 hours. Ooh. Climbing those mountains, I like to think of as climbing a ladder whose rungs are made of rotting wood, with rails cladded in spikes and thorns, and a frame shrouded by sunken vines and falling rocks, said team member James Kempton of Oxford. The less than 90 square mile mountain range has been the subject to illegal hunting for years. It's the only habitat for Attenborough's long-beaked echidna, which is considered critically endangered and is on the International Union for the Conservation of Nature's red list of threatened species. And speaking of species, look who's joined me right here. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Hey, buddy, how you doing? How you doing? He's not interested, but okay. Many species thought to be extinct in certain areas reappeared. Yes. Hi, Lucy Meow. How are you? Yes, he is adorable. But I have a new story coming up about him. Kempton's team deployed over 30 camera traps to look for the echidna, suspecting it was around because of holes in the ground the animal uses to forage for worms. And the last images on the last SD card on the final day of the expedition, they finally found it. The first feeling was one of great relief because we had tried so hard and thought they were there, but we needed concrete evidence for scientific proof, Kempton said. That was followed by extreme euphoria. Kempton said the echidna's critically endangered status is unlikely to change for a long time and is not protected under Indonesian law. The effort to change that is among the reasons why the expedition Cyclops included more than 6 local partners in its research project, said Kempton. These include indigenous groups, students, and organizations of the Indonesian government. Kempton hopes the findings will help local partners raise funds to research and to protect the Cyclops Mountains. The Attenborough's long-beaked echidna is also one of 5 guardians of a highly unique and fragile evolutionary history that dates back over 200 million years, said Kempton. Echidnas are monotremes, which means they are part of the only living group of mammals that lays eggs instead of bearing live young, he explained. There are only 5 existing species of monotremes, the platypus, and 4 species of echidna. To a biologist, the idea that a branch could go extinct would be a great tragedy, Kempton said. It's evolutionary history that can be never gained back. Rediscovering Attenborough's long-beaked echidna was only one of the goals of the expedition Cyclops. Researchers also set up to investigate the origins of the biodiversity of the Cyclops Mountains. They came back with hundreds of new insect species, at least 2 new species of frogs, and a new species of shrimp that lives on land and in trees. Oh, tree shrimp. How do you like that? Tree shrimp. So, pardon me. I'm doing fine. Everybody's Lucy. We're doing fine. All right. Only venomous mammal. Ooh. I didn't realize they were venomous. Kempton said the Cyclops Mountains' unique geologic origins are a huge driving force behind the region's biodiversity. The mountain range used to be islands in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. As the Earth's continents gradually drifted together, they collided with the mainland of New Guinea to form new mountains. Expedition Cyclops also rediscovered Meyer's honey ear, a species of bird not seen for 15 years. So there's the echidna. And there he goes. He's going off into the woods. Oh, looks like my backyard. Back east. There he goes. Waddle. He's doing the Zabu waddle. Waddle, 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 waddle. Well, he's doing a waddle. Zabu waddle. Like the baby elephant walk. So there you go. There's the echidna. So there's the echidna. What? Oh, wait. Oh, what? Deer slams in the truck prior to sale. Let's see what happens here. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, there's a truck. Okay. All right. And okay, where's the deer? Okay, there's a doggo. Okay, let's see what happens. All right. And there comes the deer. Whoa! Whoa, did you see that? Whoa, holy cow. That's a big ass leap. Let's see that again. And here he comes. Whoa! Wow, that was quite a leap. That was amazing. That was amazing. That deer can jump, let me tell you. Let's see if we can see it one more time. Maybe they show one more time. Okay, there it comes. Let's make the screen bigger. Let's go full screen on that. Okay, here it comes. Chumka! That's something. That was something. So there you go. Yeah, I really wanted a pizza. Oh no, he's fine. He's probably fine. I don't do stories with animals getting hurt. Look, he jumps out, he runs away, runs into the forest with his all his dear buddies. Whoa! So there's okay. There we go.
Though, cut the price of the pickup down to $8,500.
What are you gonna do? I mean, like the guy wanted the truck. He said, I'll just buy a new bed for it.
A wild transaction.
I'm not going to ever forget this.
That still got off the ground after
he
reaching
jumps over
heights.
two cars
Ted
and into
Greenberg,
the bed of
NBC
the truck.
10 News.
So that's something. That was something. That was something. Okay, that was yeah. That was yeah. You don't see that every day. All right, everyone. It is time now. We're coming up on 1 hour, 3 minutes. It is time for a segment that I like to call Future Headlines. Now, as we all know, news breaks fast. And, a lot of times I do my best to keep up with it. But a lot of times it breaks so fast that, I have trouble, So, they keep coming and trying to fight it, So that is why I've subscribed for you to a service that provides me headlines from the very near future. Could be a couple days, could be a couple weeks, could be a couple months, could be a couple years. But the important thing to remember is that these are headlines that you are going to be reading about and watching news about in the very near future. And I've compiled them into a segment that I like to call Future Headlines. So here we go. The first Future Headline. Disney announces new diverse Beatles documentary, taking no clues from how badly their latest slate of movies have been doing at the box office. The Walt Disney Company has announced a new, more diverse documentary about the Beatles. Disney CEO Bob Iger said in a statement, "We're very excited. I mean, why can't the Beatles be diverse? Where does it say we have to cast all white guys? All 4 band members will apparently be recast, with Tessa Thompson playing Paul McCartney and Idris Elba playing Ringo Starr." So there is your first Future Headline. Second Future Headline. Baseball announces rule changes for upcoming season. In an effort to revitalize interest in the game after World Series ratings decline, Major League Baseball has announced their rule changes for the upcoming season. Commissioner Rob Manfred said at a press conference, "We're very excited this season. We're adding a base. We think that will really liven the game up. Other rule changes that were revealed will be a multi-ball rule and a umpire dress code where the umpires now have to wear ties." That is your second future headline. And our last future headline. Local cat wants cuddles and then changes mind. A local feline has been waking the entire neighborhood up early to signal that after a long night of eating and sleeping and pooping, he wants cuddles in the morning. The kitty named Zabu has a distinctive meow that can be heard all through his area. The cat's owner, who refused to be identified, said, he does this every morning. First he wants cuddles, and then after 5 minutes he changes his mind. I'm sorry, it's still early for me. So there you go. The last future headline. And that's what we call future headlines. Speaking of the little bugger, you could do that at nighttime, buddy. You know that. It's like he's taking notes too. He's taking notes. All right, let's go to Week 10 NFL scores. These games are going to be in progress, or they're going to be coming up later this afternoon. So, with one exception, the Thursday night game. So, Week 10 NFL scores. The Bears defeat the Panthers 16-13. That was your Thursday night game. The Colts over the Patriots. Right now, 10-. That game's a final? How's the game a final? How's that game a final? That game should be in the second quarter. Oh, they're playing in London. I think they're playing in London. I think they're playing overseas. The Colts over the Patriots, 10-6. Ravens over up on the Browns, 17-6. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Packers trailing the Steelers 2 minute at the 2 minute warning, 17-13. The Jaguars are trailing the 49ers 10-3. 29 seconds to go in the half. Vikings up on the Saints 17-3. 34 seconds to go in the half. The Texans are tied with the Bengals with 19 seconds to go in the half, 7-7. The Buccaneers are up on the Titans at halftime, 7-3. The later games, the Lions at the Chargers. The Falcons take on the Cardinals. The New York Football Giants take on the Dallas Cowpokes. The Washington, a diverse group of people collectively engaging in football-like activities, take on the Seattle Seahawks at 1:25. The Western time, 4:25 Eastern. The Raiders are taking on the Jets in your late game, and the Broncos take on the Bills in your Monday night matchup. So there you go. There's your scores for Week 10. Everybody. Check in one more time with the kitties. We're going to check in one more time with the kitty cats. There's Zabu, Mr. Zabu. Give him a treat. He is so chubby because he likes to eat. You pet his tummy and he will roll over. He's not a doggo, don't call him Rover. Zabu. Please give him some food to eat. Mr. Zabu, give him a treat. And there's Naranja. He doesn't have a song yet, but there he is. He's sleeping. So check him on Zabu one more time. Okay, there you go. Naranja one more time. Dim sum somewhere else. All right, everyone. We are at 1 hour, 10 minutes. As always, I leave these streams up for your listening pleasure in case you missed it. Everyone, have yourself a good rest of your Sunday. Have a good weekend. Have a good day. Have a good month. If you have a veteran in your life, I always say, listen, it's Veterans Day in America, Remembrance Day overseas. I don't like saying thank you for your service because it makes it sound like better you than me. But it comes across as very disingenuous. So yeah, if you have a veteran in your life, buy him a beer, take him out, do something special for him. So, but anyway, everyone, have a good rest of your Sunday. Have a good day. Have a good week. Have a good evening. Have a good weekend. Have a good Monday. Have a good Tuesday, Sunday, whatever you're having. No drinking, no driving. We want to see you back here next week. We're going to see you. My Marvels review will be coming soon. I got to work on that. Mecca will probably be doing streams later. Keep your eye out for those. And as always, everyone, we'll catch you next time. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care.